2 June 2024, and today I'm joined yet again by the ZEFFA president. How are you, President?
I'm good, and you, Gambagwe. How is everything?
Okay, fantastic. And today we've got a very quick discussion regarding what is going to be happening with the SADC protests. You have said that you as a ZEFFA are going to be traveling to SADC. Can you give us more detail about what you'll be going to do there? What is the program? When do you expect to go there?
Thank you, Gambagwe, and thank you, viewers. First thing that we need to understand is SADC came to Zimbabwe and gave us a report, the CIOM report, as well as Carter Center, as well as EU. But now they left us with this report, and all of us, we are operating under conspiracy theory basis. But looking into SADC constitution, they cannot operate in a sovereign country without chaos in a country, without what I can say, without a disruption of peace in a country. So us going to SADC, we are on a mission, on a fact finding, that when their constitution states that they cannot come into a country and dictate what's going to happen or give a way forward, what exactly do they mean? And why are we going to SADC? It's in Zimbabwe, we are operating now under an illegitimate crisis. When we say an illegitimate crisis, it's because our elections were disputed. Nelson Chamisa did not sign the previous elections. And he did not acknowledge the government, the current government that is there, which means ZANU-PF is ruling without the mandate of the people, without the 2 million people that voted for Nelson Chamisa. So now we need to go into SADC and understand exactly how far can they go? What exactly is their role in the Southern African countries bloc? And do we have to take matters into our hands? Those are the answers that we need from SADC. They give us a report. They produced a report with 17 out of 20 irregularities. But now they did not give a way forward. They only stated that we need to exhaust all internal remedies. And when they say internal remedies, which remedies? Because most of us, we don't trust the courts. We don't trust our judiciary system. We don't trust our legislation system. We don't trust the executive system. So how do we intend to exhaust internal remedies? We are stuck there. So the only way now to understand a way forward is to go to SADC and ask them. We know most of the people, they are saying SADC, it's a toothless dog. But without understanding their position, we cannot make a way forward. And as Zimbabweans, we don't want a civil war. And we don't want people to get hurt. So the first step is to go where it started, to understand exactly their position. How are they going to take the report? How are they dealing with the report? How are they dealing with Nelson Chamisa's letters? And what should we tell the Zimbabwean people after we meet them? That's what we are trying to find. So there's a delegation that is going to go to SADC from ZEFFA. And this delegation is going to consist of about 5 or 6 people. And we will notify the public when we are at SADC. And I think I've highlighted some issues that we are going to ask in SADC. But if we fail to get these answers, that means we resort to internal remedies. The first internal remedy is from 17 to 19 August. We are going to bring everyone to the streets and demand the answers from ZANU-PF, from SADC, and all the stakeholders on the previous elections. Because anzi panorwa dzemudanga chinokuvara either idanga kana kuti ndedzimwewo dziri mudanga. Saka pacha akukuvara tisu nekuti parwa mabhuru emudanga. Parwa mabhuru emudanga isusuwo netisina mhosva taakukuvarira izvozvo. So what we want now is, if SADC don't give us the answer, we proceed with the protest. That is the only internal remedy that we can invoke at this point.
Okay. President, there's something else that I want us to discuss. This is the impending appointment of Mnangagwa as the chairperson of SADC. Obviously, that is something that is not acceptable, given what you've said. Are you just going to petition, or are you going to go there with a position to SADC?
So in SADC, we cannot take a position in SADC. We are on a fact-finding mission. A fact-finding whereby at this point, everything is a conspiracy theory. We only have the report that say we need to exhaust all internal remedies. So we cannot take a position there. We are going to SADC to seek a way forward, to seek their position. How can they be of assistance? Remember, Zimbabwe is a sovereign country. It is governed by its own rules, and it has its own legislation system. It has its own set of rules. And SADC, it's a board that have also its own constitution and its set of rules. So we cannot go there with a position. But where can we take a position? A stance, we can only take a stance when we are coming from SADC. The first thing, if we find answers, we are going to confront Mnangagwa, we are going to confront Nelson Chamisa, based on the answers that we get from SADC. On these answers, they are going to give us a position on who to confront, or who to talk to, or who to sit down with. Or either we go back to the public, the Zimbabwean people. So we have three stakeholders here: the Zimbabwean people, Nelson Chamisa, and ZANU-PF, which is Emmerson Mnangagwa. So between these three stakeholders, coming from SADC, we will now make a decision on who to go back to and who to talk to, who to sit down with. For now, we cannot take a position. We are on a fact-finding mission, because we cannot deal with a conspiracy theory of saying SADC says this, SADC says that. In Zimbabwe, there are too many fake letters that are circulating. There are rumors that are circulating, and propaganda is circulating. ZANU-PF uses propaganda, and Triple C, I think it is joined the same thing of propaganda, whereby you don't know who is who, which one is Triple C, and who is the leader of Triple C, what's going on in Triple C. You don't understand that. The only thing that we know is the stakeholder in the previous elections is Nelson Chamisa. He's the one who was on the ballot paper. And on the other hand is Emmerson Mnangagwa. He was on the ballot paper. So those are the two stakeholders that we know. And the Zimbabwean people, the ones who have the mandate to give these two people. So we have three stakeholders. The rest is just delusional and power-hungry people who are doing politics of stomach. So we are not going to talk to them.
So that's well understood, President. And I now want to go to the actual logistics. Who is going to go there? When are they going to go? And when are we going to get a feedback or a report back?
On that one, Gambakwe, I can say, as magicians, or a magician will never reveal his tricks. The people that are going to go to SADC, for their safety and for security reasons, we are only going to announce when we are at SADC. I am not going to reveal the identities of the people that are going to SADC at this moment. Yes, we have the list. We have the names of the people that are going there. But at this point, we are not going to release those names for security reasons. You will know, and you will see the day it's happening. You know, in Zimbabwe, it's a country that is full of so many uncertainties, and maybe this mission might be blocked, or this mission might be interrupted. So to avoid the interruption, we will announce the names and when it's already happening, when it's in motion. We are going to invite media houses. I think also you, Gambakwe, we are going to invite you, but at this moment, I cannot reveal the names of the delegation that is going to SADC.
That is well understood, President. Is there anything else you want to say before we close?
The only thing that I can say now is, Sema Zimbabweans, as Zimbabwean people, we have initiated a protest on the 17th to 19th of August. Mnangagwa cannot be a chairperson of SADC if the previous election issue is not solved. SADC cannot crown Mnangagwa a chairperson after the irregularities that they have pointed out. So in order for us to have answers and for us to allow that to happen, they need to answer us. So Zimbabwean people, I urge all of you, takaisa chechi kumberi, hanzi areka Jehovah pamberi. Kana Moses, when he was leading the Israelites from Egypt to Canaan, he used to pray by the time of battles. Vaisa Mwari pamberi, vaitaura naMwari pamberi, vasati vapinda mumabattles avo. So taisa machechi kumberi, kuti chechi ngaichitibatsira iri kumberi usi tiri mumashure. If anything happens, isusu say in the political arena, on the political spectrum, who those in the center left, left and far left, we will now take action. Asita mutanga taisa chechi pamberi, arika Jehovah pamberi, tichitera kumashure, Mwari otiratidza nzira yekuti tofamba sei. That's why taisa mapastor kumberi, taisa chechi kumberi. And this is not about ZEFFA, it's about the Zimbabwean people. As we said, ZEFFA, we are for the people. ZEFFA tisu minduru. Our motto is tikuda kudzosera upfumi kuvanhu. Upfumi ngauende kuvanhu. Nesimba ngariende kuvanhu. The power lies within the people. So this protest is not about disrupting the peace of Zimbabwe, but it's about finding the answers. It's going to be a peaceful demonstration, a peaceful protest, but we are looking for answers. We are not looking for violence. We are not looking to disrupt the peace in Zimbabwe, but we are looking for answers. But however, before we get to the protest, we are going to do a fact-finding in Botswana. And if we need people to be on the ground in Botswana also, we will call the people on the ground. And ZEFFA is for the people. And this is not about ZEFFA. It's not a partisan thing. It's a national thing. It's for the Zimbabwean people, for the citizens of Zimbabwe. That's all I can say for now, Gamba.
Right. Thank you very much, President. And we'll talk to you again very, very soon. Usually we meet on a Sunday. And thank you very much to all the viewers.